in the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live. Peace.
On his shoulders, and you know, people are writing him off. Don't write off Joseph Parker. Yes, it's a massive ask. I think Joshua has the big advantages in there in terms of experience and size and power, but you never know. Funny things can happen in boxing, and if he can raid, if he can make it frustrating for Joshua in the early rounds, he could stick around. And you know, you never know. With one punch can change things, as David Price certainly hopes it does against Alexander Povetkin. So you never know. But you got to fancy Joshua coming through. But there's some massive, massive nights ahead, not just on Saturday.
If Parker is going to win, I mean, you said it yourself, you know, it's the heavyweight division. Of course. Anything can happen.
How many people pick Luis Ortiz? Not many.
No.
You know, Luis Ortiz was a couple of seconds away from beating Deontay Wilder. You know, most people thought Joshua beat Klitschko. Yes, it was slightly divided, I guess, that one, but Vladimir was very, very close. Yes, anything can happen in heavyweight boxing, you know. We said it time and time again. Oliver McCall shut his eyes and a right hand knocked out Lennox Lewis. You never know. They've got the power to change things in there. I just feel that Joshua's got the edge in power and the edge in reach and size and experience. And I think, you know, Parker will be foolish to take the fight straight to him. I think a shootout doesn't suit him. I think he's going to have to try and box and move, and hopefully he's coming in light, so hopefully the team will believe that his speed will cause AJ problems, maybe his mobility. I've seen a lot of Joshua in camp, and I think that he looks fantastic. He looks lighter, he looks quicker, his legs look great, and I think that Parker's hoping that, you know, he comes in not very mobile, but I think he will. So I think it's everything for Parker to do. But having said that, you know, they'll have a game plan. Kevin Barry's a wonderful trainer. They've got a very close relationship. They're very confident. They've studied Joshua for a long time. I think he'll need to produce a performance much better than he has in the last year, Joseph Parker. He's been a little flat. It's not been the knockouts haven't come, and he's going to have to be a lot better than he was against Hughie Fury to stand a chance there. But if he is, and the sun and moon and everything and the stars align, no question Joseph Parker can win this fight. He's a dangerous heavyweight and he's undefeated. So don't write him off.
Are you slightly disappointed that Deontay Wilder will not be here?
I'm very disappointed. I really wanted Deontay to come. He was at Wembley with us for the Klitschko fight. It was great to work alongside. I've got a massive soft spot for Deontay Wilder. I think he's a real character. I think he's a lovely guy outside of the ring as well. He's had his difficulties. You know, he's had his daughter's illness. He does a lot of charity work. I think, you know, I just wish he's a big name over here. I think they really need to build him a bit more in the States. I think he's done everything asked of him. He's exciting to watch. I'd like to have had him here because I think he should be around the big fights. He didn't want to come because of the in-the-ring issue. You know, Anthony didn't want him in the ring after the fight. We thought he would, and he didn't, and that's a shame. And I said to Deontay, you know, come be in the front row, be on the ring apron. You know, AJ will probably, you know, drag you in. You know, you can certainly, you know, shout your bit. You can certainly hype the thing up. We wanted to do a press conference with him today. He would have had a huge amount of media outlets to work with. You know, we'd have loved to have had him over here. I think he could have made a lot of noise. But look, that fight will happen. AJ and Wilder will fight at some point. But, you know, there's a lot of politics out there. There's Dillian White's now thrown himself into the picture. If Alexander Povetkin comes through, he'll want to fight the winner of Joshua Parker. You know, there's David Haye and Bellew to get through. There's lots of ifs and buts and maybes. What we do know is that it's a tremendously exciting time for heavyweight boxing. And let's have Tyson Fury back to really add a little bit of something different to the mix.
Allegedly, he's coming back on June the 23rd.
Is that the date you've heard?
That's the rumours that have been circulating. Unless you know anything different.
I know what you know. All I know is that I want Tyson Fury back. I had a long chat with him in Monaco a few months ago, and I saw the fire in his eyes again. He was weighing a little bit more than he does now, but you know, he said, I'm going to shed the weight and I'm going to get back in the ring. Anthony Joshua always tells me that Tyson Fury finds peace in a boxing ring, that all the sort of difficulties he had outside, that he actually loves being a fighter, and I think that's what he does best. I want to see him back. I think he's a nightmare for Anthony Joshua if he's right. I think that's a really hard fight for AJ. It's tough to call a winner on that one, but he's got to be right, and so I think he needs 2 or 3 3 fights definitely before he mixes with the likes of Joshua, of Wilder, even of sort of someone like Dillian White. I think, you know, he needs to get back. It's a long time out of the ring. He was a brilliant performance in Germany, but it's a long time to come back. He needs to, it's all very well hitting the pads and doing it in training, but he knows more than I do that he's got to get back in, he's got to be rolling. I'd love to see him back in June. I think that's perfect, and let's see how he fares over the next few months, and I'm sure he will be knocking on the door for a massive fight fairly soon, and it'd be fantastic.